We all want tighter skin, but we don't want to necessarily go under the knife to get it. Here are 5 simple, non-surgical ways to tighten your skin. There are serums and creams that you can apply to your skin that will tighten your skin instantly. They can make under-eye puffiness go away, they can smooth out your crow's feet and make your skin look tighter and smoother, sometimes within mere minutes. The catch is that they only last for a few hours. Now, the way these treatments work is that they're a serum that you typically apply to the surface of your skin, and you let that serum dry into essentially a film. That film will contract as it dries, making the skin look and feel tighter. It's kind of like if you put Elmer's glue on your skin and you let it dry, it does feel like it kind of shrinks and tightens that skin up underneath it. One of the most popular versions of these instant tightening creams is from Peter Thomas Roth, and they had a video that went viral on TikTok showing just the amazing results that you can get from a cream like this. So these may be great if you've got a wedding to go to, or a class reunion, or a hot date, but keep in mind that these results do fade away oftentimes within just a couple hours. After that, you have to reapply it, or you have to skedaddle out of there so that they don't see how you really look. And it's also important to realize that these creams will not permanently reduce the aging or permanently tighten up your skin. And sometimes these creams don't work very well if you are wearing makeup over them. So what can you apply to the surface of your skin that can help to tighten it? Well, creams are only going to do so much. That being said, I do recommend considering retinol. Retinol is the gold standard for anti-aging skin creams if you talk to most dermatologists and plastic surgeons. Retinol will exfoliate the skin, it will help to thicken the collagen of your skin, it can help improve the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles and discoloration, but these results are very subtle and very slow. So I encourage you, if you want to use a good anti-aging cream, go with a retinol. But it's so important to keep your expectations in line with what these creams can do. If you want to try my choice in retinol creams, what I consider the cornerstone for an anti-aging skincare routine, check out my Youn Beauty Retinol Moisturizer. Up until a few years ago, I would consider Ultherapy to be the gold standard for non-invasive skin tightening. This treatment uses ultrasound energy to target the deeper skin to heat that skin up and cause that skin and the collagen to tighten. One great part of this treatment is that it is completely colorblind. If you've got darker skin or if you have lighter skin, it works the same for everybody. And another benefit of this treatment is that it bypasses the upper layer of the skin, so it doesn't cause any burning or trauma to the surface of your skin. But that same benefit of bypassing the surface of the skin can also be a bit of a detriment because topical anesthetics, numbing creams, don't help to numb up this type of a treatment. So there are a lot of people who've had Ultherapy and have complained that it really does hurt. Now there's a newer ultrasound treatment on the market today that's getting a lot of hype. It's called SoftWave. And SoftWave also uses ultrasound energy to heat the skin, but it does it in a fractional pattern. Now there's a lot of online hype about this treatment, but the question is it superior to Ultherapy? Well, a lot of doctors are on board with being big fans of SoftWave, but it is kind of the new treatment on the block, and so doctors like to try the new treatments, and I don't know how many of them are actually being paid for by the company. Now that being said, if you have darker skin colors, then this may be the best treatment for non-invasive skin tightening for you, because some of the other treatments can cause issues with pigmentation problems in people with darker skin. In my opinion, the gold standard for non-invasive skin tightening today is radiofrequency microneedling, otherwise known as Morpheus 8. During this treatment, you undergo microneedling, where tiny needles are used to puncture the skin to a certain depth. But these needles are insulated all the way up to the tip of the needle, which emits radiofrequency energy or heat. And like the ultrasound treatments heat the deep skin using ultrasound energy, RF microneedling like Morpheus 8 heats the deep skin by using radio frequency energy. So the idea is the same. You heat the deeper skin and it causes that skin to tighten. It's just a different way to do it. So with RF microneedling, essentially you're getting a twofer. The microneedling creates tiny punctures in the skin that can cause the collagen to tighten up and for the skin to be smoother and tighter overall. And the radio frequency heating of the deep skin can cause that skin also to tighten up in its own way as well. Now in my office, we do a lot of Morpheus 8 treatments and we follow it up with application of exosomes on top of the skin. And we found that by applying exosomes, you can reduce the redness afterwards, and some people find that within 24 hours, their skin looks and feels almost back to normal. So what is my number 5 way to tighten up the skin without surgery? Well, it's called the no-cutting facelift. Ellacor is a treatment that is gaining popularity, and essentially this is similar to microneedling in that you're making punctures of the skin with needles, but these needles are larger and they are hollow. They're also attached to suction, so every time that needle goes into the skin, it sucks out a micro core of skin with it. And the idea is that you are removing tiny amounts of skin with each time this needle goes into the skin, and when you add it all together, you are essentially removing a certain amount of skin from the face, causing your skin to look and feel tighter. Now in some ways, this is the same idea as when I do a facelift. When I perform a facelift, I remove skin from the face. I literally cut it out, and sometimes the amount of skin I remove is as little as a centimeter. Other times, like a facelift I did today, I removed probably about 3 centimeters of skin from each side of the face. But this operation left my patient with permanent scars in front of and behind the ears. So if you can do a treatment like Ellacor, where you're removing skin similarly like with a facelift, but because those microcores are so tiny, they don't leave any visible scars, then you are essentially getting a no-cutting facelift. Now I tell you, I find the technology of Ellacor absolutely fascinating, but I don't have it in my practice, and I'm not necessarily recommending it to patients just yet. Although I find the idea absolutely fascinating, and I'm hoping in theory that this can really create a true non-cutting, dramatic facelift result, right now the results that I'm looking at are fairly subtle. Here are some results from the company, and you can see a nice improvement, but this ain't no facelift. So these are ways to tighten up your skin without surgery, but what about getting rid of jowls? Well, I go over how to fix sagging jowls in this video right up here. Take a peek at it, and as always, remember to eat real food, use clean skincare, and auto-rejuvenate before you operate.